You're watching The Breakfast Club.
Morning, everybody. It's DJ MV Angela Yee, Charlamagne the God. We are The Breakfast Club. We got a special guest in the building.
DeRay, the difference maker Davis.
Yes.
DeRay.
I get to be a special guest today. Thank you.
You know what I
What's
keep
up,
wondering,
DeRay?
DeRay? Like, you have been the most popular DeRay for a long time, but then the activist came along.
Oh, he
DeRay.
snapped off. But before we get into that, I must say she looks beautiful.
She looked like she on
She
Love
look
and Hip Hop.
good.
Stop it.
She look
On
different.
Empire? You say Empire? You look good. I don't know if I'm
Thank
supposed to say that, you
No, I
know.
got some new hair from her imports, you know.
No, it's more. It ain't just the hair. You look good. I'm sorry. I can't not
She glowing?
say she look.
I
Yeah,
also have
you
a
look.
tan. I was in Miami
Oh,
last
okay.
Tan, the
week. I got a
complexion.
little tan.
You came in today.
Stop
you didn't know
downplaying it. That was all right. Now we good. I had to
like
get that
that.
flirt out. I had to
DeRay,
get that flirt off.
DeRay, I never shot my shot at Yee before. DeRay has tapped the industry, by the way.
No, man.
Well, don't stop
Half
it,
is
stop it.
heavy, man.
He has 2 girlfriends.
Half
right?
includes a lot. Yeah, I have. Yes, I'm very, very committed.
You got 2 girlfriends?
Yeah, you know, we talked about this 100 times. You don't listen to me.
You don't
all
watch
you
it.
do is call people fat, say who ugly, irritate rappers. That's all you like to do. Like if DeRay ain't been irritated, he don't remember it.
Too busy talking, he don't listen.
How do you
Right.
have 2 girlfriends?
Well, you know, sometimes you ever been single? No, you ain't been single in a long time. I just thought, but you've had a wife since 3rd grade. He came out the womb with a ring on. He came out with a family behind him. What happens is you when you single, man, I was single for a long time, and then you meet people that you've been liking, and then you're dating 2 different people at the same time. You're dating,
Right.
and then who do you tell? Yo, I don't want to date you no more. I'm gonna try this. Or do you tell a person go in the waiting room? No. So what I did is I decided to be honest. Instead of getting my windows busted and cars scratched up, and I said, hey, I wanna try something. I don't know if it's not, you know, it ain't the usual program. We gonna get ridiculed. People gonna talk stuff, but most men got 2 girlfriends anyway. They just don't say it.
And it worked? Like, y'all go out together? Y'all
We go out together. We
They're
friends.
like best friends.
Yeah,
Man,
yeah.
DeRay, you my new hero.
We're
So
friends,
y'all
man.
must not have ever watched Living with Funny on Oxygen.
And that show alone
Yes.
caused a lot of like hectic stuff because when it was just us and people assuming what it might be, but once you go on TV and say this what it is, you know what I mean? With 2 people who don't really like. Carol she's more into like TV and acting because she comes from that world of hosting and she was in pageants and stuff. But Coco's more like she don't really, she a Long Beach chick. She don't really care about no TV. So, you know, people start saying different stuff. You know, get the pimp, you a player, and them ain't the words you want. You know, it's like when you with your girl and somebody like, dang, another one. You like, no, it's the same one, same girl. So yeah, man.
And y'all live together?
Yeah,
Wow, dude.
yeah,
They have a whole show about it. Living with Funny is what it's like to live with a comedian.
yeah.
who
Me,
you're
Brandon T.
dating.
Jackson, Michael Blackson. Well, it's called Live with Funny, but I'm the only funny. On
Wait a
it.
minute.
They got me and some poets on there. No, I'm kidding.
So wait a minute. Y'all stay in the same room or y'all split them up? It's like one side, and you.
No.
one day
They've
two
always since. We in the same same bed, yeah. But I
Y'all
mean
have sex
everybody,
together?
but everybody need to. No, man, we don't.
That's what I'm asking.
No,
you
no,
gotta be
no.
a wing, like you know.
Of course
this
they
is
do.
Coco's
No.
wing.
We
It's
actually
not
don't.
silly
We actually don't
questions.
have. We actually. I've never ever had a threesome with them.
It's
Never.
going to happen.
Well, man, you know I have pushed. I've asked subliminally. You know what I'm saying. But you can't force people in that kind of situation. It's like trying to force your music on people.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying. People gotta love the rhythm of it before they love it. You know what I mean?
So it's
As a-
like sister wives.
Yeah, everybody comfortable.
As a woman, it's hard to put a cap on it, though. If we already living together and we eating together and we a family, we might as well have sex together.
Yeah, you. I mean, I hear you, brother.
it sounds
I'm
good.
right there with you.
But now, why
Yeah.
can't that? Now, listen. Why can't that be enough? We're all of us are gonna
And-
live together. We're in a great relationship. Why do you have to take it that step?
And if you don't push,
further?
if you don't push nothing on nobody, I feel like, man, honestly, men lie so much, man. We lie so much that when we start telling the truth, it's gonna surprise women, and this gonna happen a lot more. I feel like.
Isn't there a ball player? Who's the ball player that has the 2?
Well, they always say Lou Williams, but I
Yeah,
haven't seen
yeah.
his girls. I don't know his situation. I don't know if he got good girls. I don't know if they was. I don't know who was. I don't know because a lot of dudes got 2 girls. Sometimes be 2 strippers or they be 2 hoes.
Now,
So
what
it's
about
like.
if it's time to get married?
But you gotta have 2 legit. Until they look. If gay people able to marry each other, I should be able to marry my
You
2
damn
girlfriends.
right. Polygamy should be legal. I don't understand that. Like, that bugs
If
me
gay,
out.
because you gay, you can get married. You can go, you wake up on another man's chest. 2 men, you should be able to wake up with 4 breasts,
That's a fact.
2 chests, 4 breasts.
What would you think about a woman who has
That's
two
hold on. No.
boyfriends?
That's the chance.
I've been asked that a lot. People have been asking me about
That's
how do I
chance.
feel. I feel like
Yes.
if a woman could, it's different for a woman because women are different. Women are internal. Everything goes inside of you.
Things go inside of men too sometimes.
What men are
Don't even try to
comfortable?
argue the double standard. Girls are hoes if they got more than one guy, and we're not. That's
I'm
just the
saying
way it is.
if your daddy walking on you and you got two
But if the
two
guys
penises
are
on your
okay-
forehead, he not gonna be like, "That's my girl." It don't work that way.
If the two guys are okay with it though.
But a lot of guys are, and that's why they go to the strip club and they both leave with
The
one
same
girl.
chick,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's different. You know, it's a train.
That's not a
It's a
train.
train. If it's a woman, it's a train.
Girls be like, I had a
But if
threesome.
they
No,
don't,
you didn't.
but
You
if
got
they're
a
not
train
sleeping
ran
with
on
them
you.
both at the same time, just
True,
like you
I
said.
know girls like that, and girls emotionally though, I think can't deal with it all the time. I think it's heavy on them. I think it's heavy.
How was it doing the show with Coco and Carol? Was it difficult for them, like, to put their lives out
Yes.
there like that?
Initially, it was very difficult because they come from like real families. They don't come like ain't nobody broken, did nobody daddy disappear, and people always say that where they fathers at and all that.
What did that family say?
I mean, it's different. Once they get around me, they're cool because they see it's more like family and friendship. Like I'm not around them tongue kissing at the dinner table. Both of them sitting on my laps like y'all should have raised them better. Like it ain't none of that going on. It's really like I'm their friend, man. I'm their friend first, and they just happen. Men messed up so much that I'm in a place
You
now.
all they got.
I'm in a position, man, where it's like it's comfortable.
Swooped in.
I didn't know. I thought it was reality, but it's not. It's like a scripted, unscripted show, right?
That show, because man, come on, man. Comedians in the room, all we're gonna do is talk about each other. They had to stop that. Like we first shot it like that, sitting at a round table, and dudes was going in, man. Dudes want to fight, man. You know how I talk.
feelings
You're
get hurt.
brutal though. Like you
Exactly.
I don't. Like, you go at people. I'm like, damn. They gonna
And I can
you,
fight, so it's different. You know what I mean?
I've seen you out in Miami on the street getting at somebody. So they ready to whoop your ass sometimes. You just
They could be ready all day, but ready and prepared are two different things.
But see, the thing I like about DeRay, you don't be trying to be funny. You just be talking. Like I hate comedians that try to be funny.
On they forces. You ever go to the store? Something at the store, right? The store. You go to the store. Lately, the chips is on the wall. Yeah, I don't. Man, that's because my comedy happened on accident, man. I walked in the comedy club and saw it. I never saw it on TV, so I guess that had a lot to do with it.
Really?
Yeah, I just walked in and seen a comedian on stage, a comedian named Shay Shay, and he started talking about my shirt, and I was mad as hell. So I started yelling back, but nobody told me what a heckler was. And then I learned the next week I went back and I was like, I want to try this, and that's how it happened.
So you
As
just
a
went up
heckler-
on stage and got at it.
Yeah, my uncle was a bartender, so I just talked to the dude. I was like, I want to try this. And, I thought I could open up with a funny rap. That didn't go. Then I ended up doing like just talking about people. Men at Large was there.
Yeah.
I roasted the group. I'm so alone. I roasted. They was sitting there and I was being like you, calling people fat. And I told them, they talking about my jokes. They said you need to. I have a notebook. They said you need to open your notebook and get some new jokes. And I was like, you just mad this ain't a menu, and that was it. After that, it was a wrap, man.
Is it hard in Chicago though, being funny? I asked Dion Cole the same thing because it's like Chicago's a rough place.
Well, Dion, my big brother. I don't mean big brother like people. People always say my big brother wants to be successful. You know what I'm saying? Dion went to school with my brother, so I knew Dion since I was like 12 years old. I've been knowing Dion. I seen Dion do the Cotton Club. Dion just a naturally funny dude who worked hard on his material. As far as me, I feel like me being around him, I'm a lunchroom funny where I talk the mess in the room. I'm not great at writing and sitting around, but comedians, man, for what little opportunities comics get now, I say it's hard. Ain't no more Comic View. Def Jam ain't around.
Are they doing Def Jam again? I heard in LA.
I hope they do it because that'd be great for these comics.
Tony Rock is hosting it.
Oh yeah, it's all Def Digital type
yeah,
thing.
they do that.
That'd be good, man. Yeah, Tony Rock, man. Yeah, that's good. Good for Tony, man.
Wow, what's wrong with Tony Rock, man?
No, Tony, my man. Me and Tony always compete with each other.
all right.
I'm funnier.
Okay.
Bottom line, any of these comedians go on stage, they got to go before me. That's just what it is. It's not gonna turn out the way
Why is he so underrated though?
I don't think DeRay underrated. I think
He
DeRay has
is. I
been.
don't-
Dog, they keep.
checks.
Hey man, they keep. Oh no, that's for sure.
He get the checks.
That don't change.
Right.
I don't think it's that, man. I think this kind of conversation, the way I talk now, ain't accepted in the comedy community. As rappers, you could brag. As a ball player, you can brag a little bit. But as a comedian, you being disrespectful and everybody funny is different. I'm like, nah, go on stage, do your 10 minutes. I'm going to go do 10. We can go back and forth and see who lasts longest on stage doing 10 minutes. That's just how I love the art.
To compete.
And I love to compete.
Right.
And that's most comedians are self-deprecating. You're not self-deprecating.
Yeah, man, because they got to be. Most comedians ugly. Most comedians got cute after they made it. Then they handsome, but you was ugly. Come on, man. Come on. Ugly.
And you got a lot
Y'all
of,
parents made horrible decisions and you was forced to do comedy. See, Man, you
You about to call him
toxic,
ugly?
I
No, he's toxic. She's about to call him ugly. See, he go ugly person right here now. Man, sitting next to him, no, man, he always do this.
So you got Girl House coming. I heard that's coming in August.
I have no idea when that's coming out.
You shoot a lot of movies.
That don't come out. In theaters never.
Theaters never.
Why is that though?
I have, man, what you talking about? Because I go get all the money. If they want to shoot, we going to shoot. But I tell them while we shooting, I don't know if it's coming out.
Yeah.
You did a couple episodes of Empire. You were good at Empire, then they killed you.
Yeah, they
Smell
did,
the roll.
man.
case you missed it.
I was excited to be on that show too because John Singleton called me, put me on that. He wanted me to do. I did his FX show, Snowfall, and he wanted me to play like the main drug dealing cat on there. And he was basically the casting people over at Fox at the time didn't think I could play that serious a character, so he wanted to show them by putting me on Empire.
Oh, dope.
You
to
also
show
in
them
Chocolate City.
In Chocolate City, yeah. That
They
oh
should
my
have had
God.
you on stage and that.
Yeah, and show my stomach. I'd have lost all my fans. See, I try to keep my situations. You know what I'm saying? I don't step outside my boundaries. You know, I'm a shirt on sex type of guy.
You leave your shirt on during sex?
Shirt on, socks on.
Shirt, socks. That's it. Yeah.
Now listen,
For grip.
our interns did research for you, right? And I don't know what this means, but they say you've been vocal about being a gay ally.
I don't know what that means, but if you said if I see two gay people fighting, would I help them? I guess I would.
I guess that was a joke they must have heard or something.
I guess, yeah.
Okay.
I have no idea. What is gay? What ally?
know.
Like, am I ally? Would I
says-
go marching for gay people?
Yeah, it says you have been vocal about your being a gay ally. Is there a problem with gay
Will, come here,
discrimination in
Will.
the community, in the comedy community? What made you be such a vocal ally for the LGBT community? I'm like, I ain't never
Wow.
knew
All
that.
right. Well, let's get
What is
into
a
it.
gay ally, Will?
Wait,
No. Allies like in the
Like
U.S.
a
government,
friend. Yeah,
a friend.
you
I would say that.
Yeah.
No, I would say.
Where'd you get that from?
Okay, I would say that if I would say that whatever people want to do, like I've been vocal about, you can't go on stage and say, you can't go on stage and people start go up and gay bash or gay this or I can't say nothing bad about people without having something good, positive to say.
Gotcha.
Also on that side of it. I'm saying,
And that comes with you growing up.
yeah, it gotta be. I mean, when I
Because
first got to LA, I literally thought that was a disease. When I see it, because I'm from Chicago,
Being
you don't
gay.
just be like, I'll be like, oh, I was like, oh. Then my building manager, Steve, let me know he ain't want nothing from me. He's like, dude, you think just because a gay dude look, he's like, don't know, every gay dude don't want you. Ain't nobody looking at you. He said, he's letting me know that, you know, and he ended up being somebody when I was getting evicted, when I wasn't touring. He's somebody that was like, yo, talk to me about the business of owning my own buildings, my own thing. And this is conversation coming from a man who I would never even let talk to me, judging by how I was raised and
That's
how, you
real.
know, because when we was little, you call somebody gay, you fought right away. And the bad part is some of the kids you called gay and really was, but they was ashamed to say they was. So they, you know, and then my child's mother, she taught at a high school. And I went up to high school. This is during my time in LA. And all the kids, I would see the young gay kids. And I'd be like, wait, he not even old enough to make a decision. And she's like, yes, he is. She was like, you just don't pay attention because of the kind of way you was raised. You know, none of my brothers would ever say that because in the house, they like, you had to fight for it. So I said, I think it came out when I think it came out when Brett Ratner was doing the Oscars and he said something. I don't know what he said, but he ended up not doing Oscars. He was gonna do it, Eddie was gonna host it. And he called all of us, and then Brett Ratner's the guy who did Rush Hour, all that stuff. He called us, he said, hey man, I'm doing this commercial, and it's basically about not bashing. And are you willing to say it? Just like the Trayvon and all those, like everybody went down and said, hey, ladies, like let them people be themselves. And I think that's when
So you're a gay ally.
I would say, I would say
You are
that.
a gay ally.
Nah, that's real. I mean, you know, it's funny because you said you come from Chicago when it was new to you when you saw it in L.A. That's how I feel about transgender women. I feel that same way.
And that's
I don't
another
get
new,
it.
but you know, it's still, and right now, I don't know how to answer that yet because I don't know, I don't want to say been around, you know, period. You've seen it.
Right.
Like there was I forgot her name, it was a comedian who was her name is Flame.
Flame.
Flame Monroe was a comedian in Chicago and was the only transgender person I'd ever seen. And she'd go on stage and tear it apart. Tear it apart. And rip it apart. But he'd rock it. And he'd talk about like being both and how he watched Bugs Bunny and that made him want to be both. And
What the hell did
yeah,
Bugs Bunny have
he
to
said
do with
Bugs Bunny
anything?
always dressed up like a girl whenever he got in trouble. He said Bugs Bunny would dress up like, that he said that on stage. So I was like, all right. So all that was happening. Then Caitlyn came out, and I was like, all right, this is getting a little bit.
Yeah.
I don't know if people doing it just now, like, cause hip hop, you know, the hip hop thing. When hip hop became cool, you see rapping on videos, you see rapping on commercials. Now it's being transgender cool because you're too old to really, because with him I'm like, yo, you don't decide that at 60. I want to be a woman. Like you done already had all the. You can't have all.
He was like that for a while though, but he was just afraid to, I guess, come out.
Okay, so I say like with the bathroom issue, I have a now I don't want to say I have an issue with it because that would take me. Does that take me against what I was saying earlier?
No, because I got an issue with it too.
Okay, I want to know, man. It got to be different. Like, cause you go to some of these clubs in New York and it be the glass wall up, and you be like, hey man, I want nobody coming in. This dude pissing across from me. Who is?
Well, just because that person's a transgender doesn't mean they want you. Like,
but that's what I think too.
True.
Issue,
but I think going to the bathroom is your sacred place. But you also talk to a dude who go to the family bathroom at the airport. I don't use the man.
I do that too.
Yeah, I can lock the door. I ain't got no baby. I make baby noises in there, so they think I'm changing the pamper.
I was actually reading this article about a woman who said she was using the women's bathroom, but she looks manly. But she had on like a baseball hat or whatever. And she said somebody came in the bathroom, a lady came in and looked and then walked back out and then came back in and like confronted her and was like, you don't belong in here.
I thought it was a dude. It was a girl.
No, it was really a female. And she was like, just because I have on a baseball hat, I have short hair. And she said she's been having that issue a lot with people acting like she's not supposed to be in there.
So
and imagine you're in the bathroom
restroom?
and there's somebody that was a man that's now a transgender woman and comes in the bathroom, hair flowing and a dress on. Wouldn't you think that felt a little different?
I would think so. I would think if you stand next to me and I'm at the stall, the urinal, and then you whip out next to me and your hair down your back and you turn to me and your hair flowing, I'm being a little uncomfortable. But I think any decision you make in life, and I mean this, any decision you make from, let's say y'all artists in here, and I mean that realistically, y'all DJs, y'all artists, y'all on the radio, when you make a decision like today, you decide to wear your hair like that, the attention you get from wearing your hair like that is different than when you come in if you feel a little different. So we should accept the attention we're asking for wherever we dressing, however we looking. Like if I come out, I got my hoodie on and I see 4 white people cross the street, I ask for this attention with my hoodie on, all dark clothes, middle of the night. You have to. Your environment is important to the decision you're making.
From the gym with a hoodie on at night.
True too, but you got but you can't not.
You got to be aware. You got to be aware at all times. Right.
That's all I mean. That's all I mean.
Of other people's prejudices. You have to be
not even just the
aware
prejudices of what you're.
You got to be aware. You got to be aware of how you're being perceived.
Right. That's like people look at you and they have a certain.
Like Amber Rose is the slut walk. I think the name itself I think the name is strength in the name and what you're trying to do, but I think it's other ways to present it.
But it also wasn't something she invented. It was something that's been going on before that in
all
the country. So I think just the fact that it was Amber Rose that did it.
That's what made it,
it was called,
but a lot of people.
But it brought a lot more attention to it too at the same time.
True. I just think the attention that you make, and she can be like, why you bring my name up? It's the whatever you bring in, whatever you act, whatever you have around you. Me with the 2 girlfriends, I walked into a conversation about 2 girlfriends.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? And somebody somewhere going, he got 2 girlfriends. Yeah. What is this world coming to? Right. And it's a transgender person going, I only got 1 person I love, but what's wrong with DeRay? So
exactly.
You just
my issue with the whole transgender thing is not the fact that transgenders can use whatever bathroom they want, because I never noticed before. My issue is with people who are going to take advantage of that law just to be perverts.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Guys that are just going to go in the women's bathroom just because they feel like they can now. Because they said if you identify with women.
Most people are perverts. You know what I'm saying? I can't laugh. When I die, I want my computer destroyed. You know what I'm saying? I don't want nobody looking at that. I got a phone I don't make phone calls on. It's just for me traveling to check out, you know what I'm saying? The bitchuations. You know what I'm saying?
All right.
So Joking Off is coming back.
Joking Off coming back, 20 episodes.
And you're on tour right now.
On tour, the Funniest Fact tour, getting ready to shoot another special finally.
The Funniest Fat tour.
Funniest Fact, man.
Oh,
fact.
I'm like,
fact.
You performing
say it right for me again.
Funny as fact.
Man, she can speak good too. Everything, all right, showing out.
In New York this week?
I am. I'm performing at not New York, New York, but West Nyack. That's it's a little dry. Like my regular situations ain't coming up there far. That's how I know who care about me.
My regular situations.
Now West Nyack ain't that
You know,
bad.
Diddy got that concert tonight, so it's like I'm torn. You ain't torn, man.
Brooklyn or West Nyack, pick your poison.
It's not that bad. It's about a 20-minute drive from the
No,
city.
it's not. It's cool. I'm happy to go. I've never been. I've been booked out there 5 times and didn't do it because of shooting or other scheduling. Yeah,
shooting.
Filming. No, I ain't shot nobody in so long, girl.
That Chicago ain't in them.
I ain't shot nobody in so long. Shot at people. I ain't shot nobody in a long time.
Smell the roses.
DeRay Davis, we appreciate you joining us.
Thank y'all, as usual.
Man.
It's the Breakfast Club. Good morning.
Hey ladies, I need to put you on to my new hair secret. Have you heard of frontal closures? If you wear weaves or extensions, then these are a must to protect your edges, your natural hair. Save your edges, right?
That's right. It's a frontal where you're able to cover your hair from ear to ear. You can go from blonde to black in a matter of seconds.
Now, her imports has Swiss lace frontal closures with custom hairlines and make your hair look flawless without the need to ruin your natural hair. Her imports has them in all their stores, and you can get them on herimports.com, of course. They also have videos to show you how to use them, so check them out today.
The Breakfast Club. Every weekday morning. Tune in